туда, в середину, на грудь все удары. Понял? И не старайся много. Пробил и защита. Пробил и защита. Ты его сейчас, чем больше ударов, тем будет активнее. Только не дерись. И не оставайся после last round. Давай, внимательно, не дари раунд. Левой рукой еще поджимай. Он будет стараться сейчас ошибки делать, бросаться. Поэтому левой работай, правой навстречу. Давай, работай, давай. Правой по животу хорошо, левой, правой по животу.
Hopefully that's the same in any language. They know that word, knockout, because
he doesn't even seem bothered. He's bewitched and bewildered, we know that, but is he bothered by just giving his title away? That's the way I look at it. It's the only way I can see it. He's giving the title on a platter to Evander Holyfield.
I agree. He has pretty much gift-wrapped it, and Evander Holyfield has been smart enough thus far and active enough thus far to accept that gift. We'll see if Valuev can snatch it back here in the final round.
Al, I don't get it. You know, do you think he's been, as we said before, phased at all by a single shot from Holyfield that's hurt him? No. I'm speaking for him. Why he won't come forward is just, it's got me in disbelief. If he hasn't been stunned, he hasn't had his bell rung, he hasn't been hurt, he doesn't feel threatened by Evander, just go for it, man.
Holyfield last held a version of the heavyweight title back in the year 2000 with a win over John Ruiz after he had lost to Lewis, and there's Holyfield landing some big right hands. Doesn't hurt Valuev, but it scores.
And Valuev, once Holyfield backs off, not jumping on him. He's letting Evander go at his pace. Punch count is so low in this fight, even for heavyweights.
And
punches landed are atrocious.
Yes, from Valuev's standpoint especially. Holyfield, ironically, may have landed a fairly high percentage of what he threw, interestingly. Didn't throw that many, but he may have landed a fairly high percentage of what he threw. Valuev has landed an absurdly small amount, percentage of what he has thrown. And you're right, we could be a minute and 14 seconds or so away from Evander Holyfield winning his 5th world title and being the oldest man to win a version of the heavyweight title. And it will not feel as electric as it should because of the nature of this fight. And I think that's a fair statement to make.
Yeah. Holyfield has rarely come forward, but Valuev doesn't win a single round on aggression. He is just following around the ring. Not letting his hands go, playing right into the hands of the 46-year-old Evander Holyfield. As we approach the half-minute mark, it's clear the champion needs that KO.
Now, Evander Holyfield needs to get off those ropes because Valuev looked like he was trying to load up on a right hand, and he's trying right now.
Evander looks like he's off balance and staggering around.
He might be a little tired right now, and that makes him vulnerable, but Valuev doing not much. Maybe Valuev won this round.
Run out of clock, and he's run out of title contention in my book. A champion who let it go to an ex-champion.
A fascinatingly dispassionate performance.
What is that
by
all
Valuev,
about?
and you hear the reaction to what he just did. So that tells you that we're not the only people that saw it this way.
Wow. He didn't even show up. Man, this got to be a happy corner. I don't know what Nikolai Valuev is thinking.
Well, that's kind of a delusional move, isn't it?
Yeah,
based upon his performance.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought Holyfield was the delusional one taking this fight.
Who would have thought? Now, having said all of what we've said and reaching the end of this match, we now see it in the judges' hands.
And the judges, again, from Sweden, Panama, and Italy, will determine whether Evander Holyfield, this 46-year-old you're looking at, will become the oldest heavyweight champion in history.
Winning a portion of the heavyweight championship. And
Al, I say again, we were ringside in 2003 when Holyfield couldn't get his hands out of his pocket and they threw in the towel against James Toney. And I remember we called the action and we sat there and said, this is the last time we're going to see him. That was 5.5 years ago, 5 years ago. And he really hasn't beaten anyone with conviction since then. And now he's going to be the champion of the world, the way I see it.
you and I have been ringside in a variety of capacities.
Yes.
During most of the important moments in Evander Holyfield's career. And once again, we're calling what could turn out to be an important match for him.
I would be shocked in days.
The electricity about his achievement is not there, for the most part because of Valuev and because there just wasn't enough in that ring to create excitement tonight. But nevertheless, it would still be an achievement. And we could, of course, get yet another surprise if the judges somehow find a way to give this fight to Valuev.
Yes, the champion, Nikolai Valuev.
It's been 8 years since that man held a portion of the heavyweight championship.
As he said, I can't accept defeat. I'm not finished until I say I am.
That look tells you what the supporters of Valuev think happened here. Will that version of reality be validated by the judges' scorecards?
Well, a measure of appreciation for Evander Holyfield, not necessarily for what he did in the ring tonight. Wasn't much, but it was more than this man did.
Not exactly an ebullient Evander Holyfield either. I think it's fair to say, without overstating or trying to paint some inappropriate picture, he doesn't look like a man overjoyed with what happened in the ring. Happy, satisfied that maybe he thought he got the job done, but not overjoyed with the artistic creation of this prize fight.
We're going to hear it from Michael Buffer now.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, tonight here in Zurich, we have seen two sensational heavyweights in this ring. A round of applause for champion and challenger. We go to the scorecards. Guillermo Perez scores the bout 114-114 even.
Wow.
Pierluigi Poppi 116-112. Mikael Hook 115-114 to the winner by a majority decision, and still WBA heavyweight champion of the world from Russia with love, Nikolai Valuev.
Al, I'm shocked, dazed, and amazed. That's